And welcome back to episode 67 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my co-host and point man, Malcolm Suck-Ass Eagles fan King.
Hey, it's only 2 games in. We still got 15 more to go. What's going on, everybody?
That's the sad part.
We got the beautiful Britt Dawson in the building. What's popping?
What's up, y'all?
We got my guy Callie from the block. What's happening with you?
Yo, man. Zach Wilson ain't about to throw no more 4 picks this season.
Right. We gonna see. And we got Les in the building. He back again. What's happening with you?
What's popping? Be More Nation. You already know what it is.
I know he happy this week. The Raiders ain't getting that ass.
And I want to add real quick, Brittany, by the way, last time I checked, I believe the Browns and the Eagles have the same record right now.
Right now. But guess what? Next Wednesday when we do the show, they won't. Somebody will be down and someone will be up. I got a feeling.
It's Dallas week for us, so I'm feeling
that's bad for y'all.
Wait, you say you feeling good about it?
Dallas typically chokes when they play us. We typically beat Dallas.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from because certain, like we was talking about, styles make matchups, but
it's almost
you shouldn't be feeling good about that.
I don't know if that would apply this year so much.
Well, can't stop nobody on their team. You shouldn't be feeling good about that.
Time will tell.
Speaking of feeling good, man, how you feeling, Cliff? Man, the Raiders 2-0, man. They handed out. They looking good. I ain't gonna lie,
man.
They
looking good, man.
I mean, I called both them.
They get to the quarterback without blitzing. Like that's you know what I'm saying. They doing their thing, man.
That's what it is. That defensive line looks scary.
Who's those two, man? Who's the white dude that's coming
Max
off the
Crosby.
end, man? That dude's beast, man.
Max
Crosby,
Crosby,
they talking about, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude was in the backfield the whole game. I'm like, damn.
I mean, everybody was getting back there, and Ngakwe was getting back there. Everybody was getting back there.
Right.
But yeah, that's what it. That's a dangerous one there. But I called it once again, Malk. You what? I'm 10-in you right now.
Yeah, you are. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I owe all y'all.
5 in you, Britt.
What I bet? I don't remember. I know we bet, but I don't remember the bet.
Wrote him down, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was the first game, not the Raiders Pittsburgh. Who did the Raiders play first?
You played the
they had money.
Baltimore
Ravens.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, I bet $5 that the Ravens would beat y'all. That sounds right. Okay, yeah. I'll send you a little $5.
Right.
Or keep it up. We don't know what might happen.
Keep a tab running,
right?
Yeah, keep a tab running.
Okay.
But yeah, I was definitely happy with that Raiders win. I saw them winning both of them though. I didn't see us having too many problems with either one, and I know Mock's waiting on me to address it. I know Derek Carr is playing the best football of his life right now.
Yes, sir.
But I'm still not a fan of his, man.
At this point, you're a hater.
I
mean,
I'm not a fan of his. And that silver and black fits him because he's out there in that backfield like a penguin. He got happy feet when he's in the backfield. Like he doesn't look like he's ever comfortable in a situation. His feet are always tapping at all times.
When you're leading the league in passing yards, you're comfortable to me.
I bet he got steel tapped. He what is his name? Gregory Hines.
Oh, yes.
He got Gregory Hines shoes out there on the field. That motherfucker be tap dancing.
But you know what? His biggest knock was not throwing the ball down the field, but now he's throwing the ball down the field this season.
That was his first connection he made with Henry Ruggs. I think he probably went at least 0 for 6 on that pass last year. And this is the first time I've seen him connect that deep ball to Henry Ruggs. And if he can do that consistently, there's nobody. I don't think there's anybody in the league that can stop it.
Remember, he got that pass off to Henry Ruggs when he beat us last year. Remember when
the Jets and Raiders game? Yeah,
when Greg Williams
the deep ball.
went on a 0 blitz. When he put a zero blitz in, when the only thing we could do was not give up a touchdown for the Raiders to win, he calls a zero blitz. Yeah,
he got fired real quick.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I mean that was just talking on the Ruggs and the Derek Carr.
Nah, I completely forgot about that one.
Yeah, but fun. No, they look like they look like they're a lot more fine tuned. But a lot of it might come from having an actual training camp in preseason. You got to remember last year a lot of the rookies didn't have that, so you got to take in consideration.
Defense either.
That's true too.
Very true.
Training camp can't help that.
And Ngakwe was a Baltimore release.
The training camp helps chemistry if you already got a team that you got a lot of people coming back.
Right, right. What you say, Les?
Yeah.
Oh, and Ngakwe, what's his name? His number was that 92? His number is 92 or something. Off the left side, because I think Crosby's on the right. But yeah, Baltimore let him go, and then we traded for him. So it's like to get beat on by some dude we gave away. It's kind of like, come on, man.
I mean, but you knew that was going to take place. Everybody has an issue when they face the team that they left last time.
Yeah.
But you thought he was going to be free.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Nah, not that. I didn't want to. I didn't want him to leave. I think he came from Minnesota. I liked him coming in. I just think I didn't think they implemented him well enough in the system to make him really useful. Like Owe, killing. You know what I'm saying? That dude I was talking about last week.
He's nice.
So.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to stunt. Like, I knew about him before we picked him up. I did some research, like looking up highlights and shit after, but I don't know. I didn't know enough about him in Baltimore. Probably to your point that y'all didn't use him well enough.
Exactly.
But yeah, no.
Could have been a scheme fit too. Could have been a scheme fit. It might have been the way, one team uses different scheme from another, which might, exploit some of his capabilities versus another team hindering it. So it just depends too. Like some people on the 4-3, they play better than if they was in the 3-4 or whatever else. So zone versus man, just depends.
Baltimore's big thing is just to rush the ball. We're in heavy 4-3. So he should have been way more useful, and we paid him a lot of money for that one little year on a trade. So, but yeah, go on, Cliff.
Nah, I didn't really have too much on the Raiders, to be honest. I did want to point out that I don't know if y'all saw Najee Harris' son, Jonathan Abrams, on that stiff arm. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, of course I've seen that.
He threw him on his head.
He threw
him on his head.
That's Alabama running backs for you, though.
He looked like a child.
Alabama running backs they built different, but they do that.
But yeah, I didn't have much else on the Raiders. What you say? What you got, Callie?
Oh no, I was just saying with Malcolm when he said Alabama running backs, they all built like
what's up,
that. Yeah, all of them came out and did. All of them came out and did pretty well. Outside of what's the one dude that ended up being he's a super scrub, man. I think he he hit his max in college. He went to the Browns. He was bad.
Trent Richardson.
Yeah, Trent Richardson. Yeah, I was Trent Richardson.
Yeah.
He was
he
bad.
actually had a good first year. His first year was really good. His rookie year, and then he tanked. But that could have been the Browns for real. That they do that.
No, I think that he just because he left the Browns and went to another team that still was bad too.
Indianapolis.
So I don't even think it was the Browns. I just think he just hit his plateau in college.
Yeah,
and that was pretty much it. Like
so he got to the NFL was worthless.
Oh, because you was talking about Alabama running backs. I was wondering.
Yeah.
Right. Alabama.
Yeah, because you got to think Dexter Henry is just a different type of monster. And I think Najee Harris is a lot more built like Dexter Henry as well. Because even with
Dexter.
Who's Dexter?
Why the fuck I keep calling him
Dexter's
Oh
Laboratory?
no!
I thought it was a rookie player.
I be making up.
I'm like, when When this
I'm getting
nigga
just as
change his
bad as the
name?
old folks out here now, man. Giving people my own name. Like, yeah, Dexter Henry.
You would be
that
part of the
too.
show. You would be part of the show, Callie, if you mess up at least a name or two here and there, man.
I do that too.
Yeah, nah, but where the hell did Dexter come from? I don't know.
You've been watching Showtime.
Right.
Yeah, bro. Dexter's Laboratory.
Probably one of the shows
Cooking up
actually got
something
you
to
watching
laugh.
or something.
Let me help jog my memory a little bit here.
I like it, but I will say, I like the way you tried to bring up my Raiders so you could dip on past your Zach Wilson throwing 4 interceptions. Let's talk about it.
Oh my God, man, that was. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Hey, remember, Cliff? I was telling you that I said, yo, I got the Fire Stick, I had got the apps, I was at the crib, so I just got to see the first 3 interceptions at the house. I was like, all right. When he threw that third one, and I just was like, all right, it's time for me to get up and go get a drink, man. I went out to the bar. It was like, all right, look at that, said, man, it's bad. Like, it was bad. Like those. All right, the first pick he threw. All right, there was a delayed linebacker blitz, so he felt the pressure. The other one, I don't even. That last one to McCartney, I'm like, where the fuck are you throwing the ball? Like, he threw the shit 10 yards past anybody. Like, and he threw it off his back foot. At that point, I think he was just spooked from the I think Belichick just did what Belichick do. Like, he was showing on one read, before the play, and then another read after the play,
right.
And he just took it. It was at one point, his stats was 3 for 7, 48 yards, and 3 interceptions. Like, his first out of his first 7 attempts, he threw 3 interceptions, and then eventually he threw the 4th one. But yeah, it was bad, man. It was really bad. He
finished with a QBR of 37.
It was terrible.
I didn't think the QBR went that low.
I know.
If that wasn't reminiscent of the Sam Darnold I'm seeing ghosts game, and then I don't know what else. I mean, that was just deja vu for me as far as like seeing what happened in that game and it being against the Patriots, and I just was like, oh my goodness, here we go.
You scared, aren't you? And you scared for the rest of the season, aren't you?
And you should be.
No, I'm just a Jets fan for the rest of the season.
It's 17.
Going to it with optimism, and then.
Let me go put some money down on that.
Is it just going to finish?
Hell yeah. Remember when the Browns did that shit? Somebody had made
we ain't going on with 17.
Gosh.
I mean, it's hard to lose 17 games. So.
Oh, they gonna do it. I mean,
the thing is, too, like I said, we got a lot of growing pains. We got a first-year head coach, first-year offensive coordinator as a play caller, a rookie quarterback, the youngest team in the league. There's a lot of things that got to fall into moving parts. Rhythm for us to really, but I would say the way it's looking right now, but I always feel like week 1 through 5 is pretty much overreaction because you just don't really know until about 7 or 8 weeks into the season who's really who. And then, you talk about health, who hits their little hot streaks. Hell, we done seen teams go 9-7 and win the Super Bowl. So,
but let's be serious.
But it's the Jets, so I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna give us about 6. I'm gonna say 6 wins, 6 wins.
Oh, 6!
I would love to know what 6 you're getting.
I'll put a bet on 6.
We can bet on 6.
You know what, Callie? I know what you meant to say. You meant to say week 6. That's when y'all gonna start losing y'all's players. They gonna start faking their injuries so they can get out for the rest of the season. That's what you meant to say. Week 6 is when they gonna start going down.
We already know who has that division locked down.
Who you said who got the division locked, Mike?
I mean, you already know who's got the division locked down for at least the next 3 years.
Patriots, Mike?
Buffalo.
Fuck no. It is Buffalo Bills.
Fuck Buffalo.
Because nobody circles the wagons.
Go Buffalo.
Listen, but I will say
Buffalo right now is in the best position.
They are.
Roster-wise and everything else. If Buffalo loses to New England with Mac Jones, with Mac 10, I'm like, man, listen,
don't
Mac
give
10,
him that name.
Mac 10.
Don't give him that. He does not deserve to be called Mac 10 right now.
Mac 10 no range. Mac 10 he just beep right there, right up close and personal. That's all he do. Look at his stats. This dude don't throw over 8 yards a pass, period. That's why I call him Mac 10. He's up close. Bang, 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 bang. That's it.
But that's
absolutely not.
That's when the Patriots are good.
Right,
yeah.
right.
That's why they're known for the slot. That's why they're known for the tight ends. That's why they're known for their defense.
Before this,
they're not going to be as good as people think.
Before this Houdini motherfucker slips by and tries to change the subject, I do want to point out to you, when we had our conversation, what was it? It had to be last week. It had to be after week 1. I said to you, the fact that he was getting touched that much in the background makes me feel like this is going to make him question his confidence and shake him up. And what do you think he came out doing this week?
He came out against Bill Belichick, man.
But like, he looked nervous. He looked scared. He looked like he was trying to get away from shots.
Look at Belichick's record against rookie quarterbacks, man. Like, dude got what I want to say, like it's 20 touchdowns to 41 interceptions, I believe, is the stat. Bill Belichick against rookie quarterbacks. Like, literally, he terrorized them, all of them.
He got terrorized.
So, I mean,
as he should.
As he should. I mean,
so it's one of
those things where I think that this is one of those ones, man, where he came out feeling a little cocky. And he, the whole Aaron Rodgers, comparisons and stuff like that. I think this one just kind of knocked him on it. But, you got a lot to learn. And I think that, not just that, I'm not going to just put that on his shoulders. Because the coordinator, LaFleur, didn't do him no favors neither. Like, this motherfucker ain't throw a screen pass to the fourth quarter. Bro, like, what are you doing? It's a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, and like, Belichick running that multiple
screen passes, like, yeah, but still, he didn't give him no breaks. Like, you got to throw screen passes, do certain things. But Zach Wilson, what he was doing was he was going for the knockout play, the home run, and he was losing. Like, he was throwing stuff instead of just checking it down, hitting the dude that's in the flat or hitting the tight end right here. He's trying to force it to Corey Davis or force it to Elijah Moore. Bro, this ain't 7-on-7 practice right here. This is like a game. Like, you can't do that shit. This ain't BYU. You know what I mean?
Hey, but that's going to get him every week, though. That's not even going to be a Belichick thing. That's going to get him every week.
Yeah, I got Broncos next, so it's tough.
It's time. I mean,
them Broncos ain't no joke.
Right?
No, they're not.
Like, we got a rough schedule. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they didn't just give us easiest schedule, even though we should have had the second easiest schedule outside of Jacksonville based off of last year's records. Right. But
how you have an easy schedule? There's 32 teams. You go. If you're weak, you're garbage. You got
to. You still gotta eat. You could play like an easy schedule would be playing. You figure out how
playing
many
the Dolphins twice, playing the Patriots twice.
Do they do that?
Right.
Yes, that's a divisional game.
The Dolphins was 10-6 last year.
The Dolphins just got beat 35-0.
That's 35-0. But still, everybody in the AFC East outside of the Jets had a winning record.
I didn't even watch that game. I just
so here's my thing, Callie, because I don't want to spend too much time on a losing team, a team we know is going to lose not very badly for the year. I want to know who are those 6 teams that you guys are going to beat.
I gotta go back and look at the schedule.
And I'll put money on it.
I'm gonna go back and look at the schedule again, but I know we're gonna at least get one against the Dolphins.
Okay, you think you get one against the Dolphins?
I think a lot of our stuff. Hold on, we played the AFC West. Oh shit, that ain't good neither.
It's gonna get ugly.
None of it's good.
Well, you got a shot against Philly. You got a shot against Jacksonville. To your point, you split with the Dolphins.
Wait, who's the first one, Mike? You said you had a shot against?
You got it. You got the schedule right now.
Who?
I don't think they got a shot against Philly.
And Mike, I just wanted to mention to you.
Hold on.
You got the
schedule right there, Malcolm? What's the schedule again?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got it up. So the Jets coming up have Denver this week.
Lost.
Then the Titans.
Lost.
Atlanta. Lost.
They could beat
we could beat Atlanta.
I can see
They
that
could
being
possible, but I do think Atlanta is the better team, even though they're not good either.
Right.
But Atlanta's coming to New York, so you give the home field the split.
And Atlanta got to play outside. Yeah.
They
don't play that well outside.
You got New England again.
Lost.
That week 6, right? Week 6, we got New England again.
Yeah. Week 7.
Week 7, okay.
Got a bye week 6. Week 8, we got the Bengals.
Lost.
We could get that. No, we could get that too.
Absolutely not.
I mean,
no, you can't.
It might be a close
Yes,
game.
No, listen. You know why you can't get them? Burrow threw 3 interceptions last week and still barely lost. Y'all can't do that.
That was last week. It's week to week, though. You know that.
I'm saying they're the better team.
Especially with the rookie.
The Browns won 1 game in 2 years. Y'all should know. It's week to week. Come on now.
We was in the playoffs last year. We was in the playoffs.
Okay, y'all won 1 game in 2 years. 3 years ago or so. 3-4 years ago, we talking like y'all not acting like y'all got this winning culture for like 10 years.
Who else is teams in the playoffs?
And we ain't even sure if the Browns gonna make the playoffs yet. Because what y'all 1-1, y'all barely beat the Texans. Let's talk about that.
We didn't barely beat the Texans.
Beat the Texans. Y'all wasn't looking that convincing. The Texans is trash.
They are.
They're not the best team.
Y'all was not been looking convincing. The only thing holding y'all back is Baker Mayfield. Honestly, he's not looking like it.
He
don't look like it.
He has his games. He'll be all right.
What's the story, Brittany? On
y'all gotta win in despite. Y'all gotta win in despite of him, not because of him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Y'all gotta win because y'all running the ball with Nick Chubb and this, that, and the third. Y'all can't get no shootout with nobody.
You crazy. You must not have watched some of our games last year. We got in a shootout. We was in a shootout with Kansas City. We was in a shootout with Baltimore Ravens.
Well, here's what we want to know, Miss Brown's insider. What's the true scoop on?
I wouldn't call those shootouts. I would call that the other team getting turnovers and y'all capitalizing.
No, we was going blow for blow.
I'll give you the Ravens.
That was blow for blow.
I just want to know where Beckham's at, Brittany. If he's not hurt, where's Beckham?
No, technically he was hurt.
Yeah. Brittany told me in the chat that he's not hurt. They just don't want to. They want to trade him.
No. I said I thought they were trying to still trade him.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Before you even get started with us, let's see if we can push you somewhere else. Like that's what I thought he was on. But shit, with what's her name out for at least 3 weeks, we kind of need him to step in for real. I hope he can play this week because Landry's out.
Landry's out.
Oh, then he's going. What is it? What do you got? ACL, MCL, or something?
I don't know if it's that serious. It might be some type of sprain or something because he's only out for. They said it's like around 3 weeks, maybe a little more. But that's a lot. That's a lot. We need him.
Right.
I'm interested in seeing how the chemistry is going to be with Odell actually in the game. It's been a long time.
Right.
And Mike.
I mean, Baker Mayfield is still more mature now, so he shouldn't feel like he has to throw him the ball.
Right. That's the key.
Chemistry. That's the main thing. Like he
better not feel that way.
But you got.
But he came in feeling that way. It was obvious.
You got to hope Kevin Stefanski isn't trying to game plan it around that as well. Like as much as he's been sitting on the bench, when he's out there, he should be content with just getting the couple of passes that he get. Like, goddamn, dude, you've been injured 70% of the time over there anyway.
Man, he's still a superstar. And one thing I know,
that
ego is going.
They've been on a winning team and forever.
Man,
like
the
Giants wasn't winning with him. Like who the hell won with him though? That's what I don't get. Like he has superstar talent, but he's just a iconic type of person. But he ain't no superstar if you ask me. As far as like his talent adding on to a team winning. I don't see it. Like, if that's the case, Antonio Brown actually adds to teams winning. There's receivers that really, like, if they on the field, their team actually have better chances of winning. And you can't say that without Beckham.
He hasn't
play better without him. They play better without him.
Right. Yeah, that's the problem. That's why we were talking about. Like, this is a make or break year for him, no matter where he plays. So it's crucial.
Don't get me wrong, dude's a human highlight reel, but stat-wise, like, he's not.
But be honest though.
And hasn't been able to get anybody over the hump.
Be honest though. How much can one wide receiver do though?
I agree with that too.
A lot in the sense of like demanding a double team.
Randy Moss did
Randy Moss was like, you can do everything. Yeah, those type of receivers like that, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Antonio Brown, like them dudes would get double teams and still stay rock.
Randy didn't win one with Brady, but Randy put the team on his back. If that was the question, that's what we were talking about. Was
listen, they didn't win one, but they was smacking everybody all the way up until that point. They smacked everybody that season, literally.
Didn't Dante Stallworth though?
To him, when you got Brady throwing to him, can you say he put it all on his back?
Yes, because Dante Culpepper was throwing to him. He still was in the playoffs and putting a team on his back.
But
I mean, you also got to look at Brady's stats that year too. Like,
that was the whole thing about it is they were saying, okay, put Moss with Brady, and what would happen? They never won a Super Bowl, but he won.
There was only one. He was there 2 years? That was it.
Yeah, it was 2. Yeah,
he was there at the end of his career though. He's in it at the end of his career, bro. He was out of his prime.
Any team Randy Moss went to,
it's like Tom.
Besides your punk ass Raiders, Cliff. That's the only team I can think of. Any team Randy Moss went to, he put on his back. 49ers, Minnesota.
Damn, I forgot he was in San Fran. Shit.
Yeah, he was in San Fran at the end. Raiders is the only team
that he didn't put
I would
back. Get that jersey right there. San Fran, Randy Moss jersey.
New England, every team he put them on his back.
That would be nice. I actually like that too, Kelly.
Yeah.
The Patriots.
I'm with you.
2 years.
I'm with you.
Career.
Yeah, that would be like that's like one of them ones that people like. Oh, I forgot about that. Like, but
and my thing is too. Back with Odell, even if you don't put the team on your back, I need you to influence the game.
Right.
I hear you on that.
In a positive way.
A distraction, nothing else.
So yeah, like I need you to influence the game like in a positive way. Like, and I feel like he has not done that since that year with the Giants. And I can't even say it's last year because he didn't do that his last year. So whatever that year was.
That year with the Giants, they got bounced out in the first round. Remember that was the same that year. Was it that year with the catch, or was it the next year where they was going to the playoffs and then they all took that picture on the yacht and shit and lost to the Green Bay Packers?
I'm not sure which year.
Wasn't the catch his rookie year?
No, it wasn't his rookie year, but that even with the catch, man, honestly speaking, nobody wasn't really that hip to him from LSU. He wasn't like no star like that at LSU, first off. Secondly, the catch happened, and then what it is the team that he's playing for. He's on the Giants. New York, like the market out there. Like, if he would have been in Jacksonville and did that catch, well, nobody thinking shit right now. But he was in New York, like, yeah, he was in New York. He was on the Giants at the time, man. And they still was like, they were still riding off of their relevancy from winning the Super Bowls against the Patriots and shit like that.
It still would have made
ESPN. It was a hell of a catch. Was that Monday Night Football?
It was. It was crazy. It wasn't against the Cowboys. Like that. I can't remember.
It was one of them. The game played a role too.
That catch changed the way receivers train. Like, people really train now to do those type of off-brand catches. Like, that's a thing now.
The only reason I don't think it was a night game is because I remember the highlight in my mind, and I don't remember the sky being dark.
I remember it being dark.
I thought I did too.
I feel like it was dark too. I feel like it was dark.
I feel like it was a prime time game. I feel like it was either Sunday night.
Yeah, like the lights was on. It seemed like the lights was on when he did it. It seemed like that. For real, like the lights was on.
Odell, he ain't playing.
No, I don't feel that way, Odell.
I'm sorry.
I need you to play this week, Odell. I need you to at least get out there and try. Get out there and try, Odell, for the Browns' sake.
Yeah, I did have a question though, y'all. Like, what's y'all week 2 overreactions?
You're saying
overreactions because we only in week 2, so it's like, what's your overreaction for week 2? Because we can say, like we could say, hey, one team is garbage, another team's gonna make the playoffs. It's all overreaction.
The Raiders being top of the playoff.
What's your overreaction for week 2?
What'd you say,
I don't think the Raiders are.
I think we should make this a thing. I think we should make overreaction a thing at least, up until about 4 or 5 weeks into the season where we start seeing some things mold a little bit.
Right. Hold on, let me get mine. My overreaction, the team I know sucks and they're looking good right now because of their record, is the 49ers.
And I'm going to go with the team not too far away in Las Vegas.
Okay.
the Raiders.
I disagree, Mike. I actually think the Raiders are all right. Like, I think the Raiders, and I put it in one of the chats. We got so many, I forget which one is which, but I was like, I think they're a top 8 team. No. I really do.
Nope.
You don't think so?
No. All right. I'll give you this. They'll be a top 8 team through week 8.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, what's your overreaction, bro?
Who, me? Who?
Yeah. Either one. Like, whoever, don't matter. I mean, overreaction could be either a team seeming like they better than y'all, or a team that you think that people saying is bad, but you think they're gonna be good. It's overreaction because it's early in the season. You know what I mean?
Oh, bad. It might be good. Let me think about that one.
Either way, it could be either way. Like whichever you feel. Like my overreaction, I feel like it's gonna be the Green Bay Packers. Like everybody right now is writing them off like they're just gonna be. I think that when it's all said and done, they're gonna be right in the mix of everything.
Yeah, the Monday night game he looked like Aaron Rodgers for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of people saying, it was against Detroit. So
I'll give
it's like, it was against Detroit, blah, blah, blah. But come on now, they went 14-2 the last 2 seasons. You tell me they're gonna have that much of a drop off? I don't think so. They still got the talent. And Aaron Rodgers, he's that prickly that he's gonna want to be like, I'm about to break out, but I'm gonna just show y'all motherfuckers what I got. Just so y'all know, I'm about to go to this other team and do this shit. He's that type of dude to do that shit anyway.
That motherfucker ended the game with
I think people thinking that the Packers are going to be bad is overreaction.
He looked rusty, he looked rusty the first game, and it's like he's coming back into himself. And then I feel like it's snapping game 3, like he's there.
That's why I think it's going to be overreaction because he is.
So that's just he didn't play it all for 9 months.
Right. And that's what I felt like he just was rusty.
Man, and he is.
That's why I think it's overreaction. People saying that they're going to be bad. I think that's a really overreaction.
I would have never said they're going to be bad, but rust is an understatement. I was on Saturday with Jay. I said that one interception he threw that was like 20 yards past his receiver looked like a flag football punt. Like that motherfucker just heaved that bitch. The white, I said I thought the DB was gonna fair catch it. I thought he was gonna fair catch the interception. That's ridiculous. He threw that shit. That wasn't even that wasn't even an Aaron Rodgers throw.
Maybe he thought he had some, that's the type of shit Patrick Mahomes do, and fucking Tyreek Hill turn around, catch that shit.
Well, my overreaction is Jameis Winston and the Saints. I knew
overreaction.
Yeah, I knew it.
I'm on the fence with them. I need to see another game before I can.
Game 1 was a fluke, clearly.
I don't know if it's a fluke. It's so Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is good for that.
He's streaky. What you call it? Screechy? Like
streaky.
Yeah. I'm pronouncing it. In New York, we say shit like different. But streaky. Like it's like and then I think the Saints are gonna be a lot better at home than on the road. Because you got to think, Jameis Winston in the dome. Once they get when they actually playing home in the actual dome, I think they're going to be a really hard team to beat because of the dome atmosphere. But on the road, I think they're going to be a little shaky. It's just, I don't know.
I don't think it has anything to do with home or the road. I just think that he has a bad decision-making gauge in his head.
Oh, yeah, he definitely has that. I mean, hell, we spoke about that. I don't know what episode that was. Like, dude was still in crab legs. Like, come on.
A lot of them.
Like, yo.
Hey, man, I don't have no judgment
about to go to the NFL and you was still in crab legs.
We all did dumb stuff.
I never threw crab legs and I was about to go to the NFL. Like, that's just dumb.
Nigga, he must
have... There's certain things you just be like, come on, bro. Like, come on.
He must have stole the crab legs off his offensive lineman's plate because they wasn't blocking for him this game. They was letting motherfuckers all the way through that line.
Speaking of that, though, that game, man, what do y'all think about the damn Panthers, though, man? Like, Sam
That's
Darnold
my overreaction. I'm thinking they're going to be... I'm sorry, that's my underreaction. I think they're going to be better. Well, I thought they were going to be good, but I'm kind of almost like, are they a top 8 team?
No.
No.
You don't think so?
Know. I gotta see them play the
Carolina.
When I see them play Tampa Bay.
Panthers.
Why not, Les?
Yeah.
All right, I don't have the Panthers going to. I mean, maybe playoffs, but I don't have them. I don't say they're top, and they're in the NFC, and NFC's loaded. I don't not see them no top 4 out of all these teams that we just talked about. I don't see it.
I think they're top 8. Top 8.
Top
4.
I think they're not going to door the playoffs. You got to think like hell.
Yeah, I agree.
NFC West damn near might be in the playoffs.
It's possible. I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm trying to figure out what Britt's real top 8 is because every other team we talk about, she's
no.
My top 8.
I've only mentioned 2 teams. I only mentioned 2 teams being in the top 8.
Wait, here's my take.
NFC or just top 8 NFL altogether?
Top 8 NFL.
So wait, let me run through this real quick because I think I got your top 5. The two you've mentioned were the Raiders and now the Panthers. I'm going to assume your boys and the Browns. I'm going to assume Kansas City. And I'm going to assume that you can acknowledge that the Bills and the Browns are going to be fighting it out with Kansas City.
I don't acknowledge the Bills.
Oh.
Take them out. Don't acknowledge the Bills.
No, you don't acknowledge the Bills?
I'm just messing with you. I'm messing. I'm playing.
See, that's blasphemy. Stephen A. Smith would say blasphemy.
Better acknowledge
that's not your top 8.
To be honest with you, I have not, and I knew I should have did it. I have not sat down and thought of my top 8. I don't even know that I'm putting the Browns in the top 8. I think they're a top contender, but I don't know if they're in the top 8 yet. I think they're going to be somewhere around there, though. If top somewhere, 10. Yeah, like they might be 10. They could be, 7,
NFL,
6.
So.
I'm not sure where they're going to land yet. So I really haven't done my top 8. I'm just going by what I think so far. And to me, the Raiders are showing me. The Raiders got a little bit of everything. They're showing me that they can be top dogs.
The Raiders definitely up there right now. The only thing we can do really is go week to week. You know what I'm saying? Like what we pick right now, week 2. By the time week 14 come, it might be a whole different ball game. We can only go by the games played.
I think mine's going to be right on point. Right on point.
Let's skip the week 4 because we got the Dolphins next week, and I can't see.
Wait, you talking about week 3 or week 4, Cliff?
Week 3. I said let's skip the week 4 because I know they say never look past the opponent in front of you, but we got the Dolphins next week.
Well, are you guys going to Miami?
Yeah, don't do that. Hold on, are y'all going? Y'all playing away or y'all playing at home?
I think it is in Miami.
So that's
but you know what though, Cliff? This is a good test.
West Coast teams West Coast team that travel well is Seattle. That's the only team that actually goes out there and wins.
Hold on,
you know how Miami is too. Miami get niggas.
And that dry desert heat versus that Miami humidity.
Forget that. Let's see if people gonna be trying to kick it. Are they gonna kick it?
That's a whole different ball game. Y'all playing at home then. Because that means that Miami would, if it's a 4:00 game, then that's one for Miami. But if it's a 1:00 game and on the West Coast, then that's like 12, 11 o'clock for Miami. Like that's the whole thing. Like the whole biological clock gets thrown off depending on what coach you're playing for.
If it was 1:00 West Coast, then it would.
Yeah, it's gonna be about
here.
East Coast.
No. West Coast is ahead of us.
West
you gotta
Coast
go back.
is 3 hours ahead of us.
So
1 o'clock.
Cliff's right. It would be 4:00 here. It would be 4:00.
Right.
It's a 4:00 game.
Yeah. No, hold on. No, because when people was calling me, like when I was in Vegas, it was like not like the games, the 1:00 games came on at like 11 o'clock in Vegas.
Well, I gotta wait till 12 or till 11 o'clock before I can call someone in California legally because you can't call before 8.
Yeah, no, Cliff's right. They're 3 hours behind us.
Yeah, so it'd be afternoon for us and it'd be morning for them.
Right.
Yeah.
But
because I knew like I was my clock was saying 1:00. My clock was saying 1:00 in my mind, but like they got the game coming on at like 11, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck? You already playing? Like, goddamn, I just woke up.
Early.
Well, that's what's nice about Vegas. You wake up and the game you want to watch is already on. If you go to sleep at all.
That's why the time zone's that way for Vegas and Vegas only. They said, no, we want the shit 3 hours. Have it happen first in the East Coast. Tell them, have them phone us and let us know how it's going to be in a few hours.
That's why I like those London games. When they send them to London to play.
At a certain time.
What time is that? What's that? Where does that match up?
Was it like 8 a.m. Eastern time?
Oh, yeah. Like you wake up to football on the East Coast when they send them to London.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got the best locked in early, man. You know the Wild guys ain't playing with that stuff.
No, I bet that's tough. Not to take us off. Fuck it. But I bet that's tough to have to play in the AM overseas. Like
what they end up doing though is
it's not AM over there. It's not AM over there though.
Right.
It's like
but
1 o'clock.
Your body still is moving on the same time.
It's like an early scrimmage.
But what they do is that's why you see teams when they're playing overseas in London, they leave on like a Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, they'll be over there all week.
You gotta get adapted.
Thursday or Friday, yeah.
Yep.
But even with that, like when you come back now, you gotta readapt. It's just a lot.
It is.
That's why I know teams like. That's why they send like the Jaguars and some other random ass team out there. Like, ain't no good team trying to go out there. Good teams be like, nah, we cool on that, bro. Keep that shit.
Yeah, no, and they usually give them the bye week after.
Don't one team have to have an international game or something like that a year?
Yeah. They seem like one bum ass team. They always send the bums. I ain't seen a good team out there yet.
You're not. No, it won't be bums. I remember they sent the Titans. But it'll be like it might be like the Titans versus the Jags or something.
I think it's just Mexico this year too, though.
Mexico City.
Oh, Mexico ain't bad at all.
It shouldn't be that bad of a fly.
It's closer.
Yeah, they gonna be on. Yeah, that's probably maybe Pacific time.
Remember when they had the Cowboys on there?
The Cowboys.
Remember when they had the Cowboys? Wasn't the Cowboys? It was like the Cowboys and the Raiders or something. They had teams that were not far away. Like the flight was less than 7 hours.
You might.
So as long as the teams, as long as the teams are like, if you get like Texas, like the Houston Texans or Dallas, or maybe someone in that region,
and
Mexico
like
City's not that far.
Right.
LA.
Exactly. Look, from California to Texas, not far. You get somebody on the East Coast to go down there. That flight's a little bit. It might be a little bit longer. You know what I mean? You want somebody close that's already in that region. Jacksonville, maybe Atlanta.
That's the same reason why Jacksonville goes to London.
Speaking of San Fran, Malk, it's been too long since I took shots at your motherfucking ass. What happened to them Eagles?
Well, it was a lot closer game. They played a lot better than I thought they would. I thought they would get blown out by San Fran. I agree with Brittany. I don't think San Fran is as good as we normally think that they have been in the past. I think that was a lot closer game than it should have been. I'm not too mad at the loss. I wish we would have won, but I thought we would have got blown out, to be honest. So I'm happy with a close loss. You know what I mean?
Hey Malcolm, what's your realistic expectations for the Eagles this year?
And that's the thing. I don't expect them to do much, although like any other fan, I want them to, obviously. But so far they're doing a lot better than I anticipated. So I'm okay with.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
I will too.
That's what I was wondering. Like, as a realist, like what did you think, like, as far as like going into this year, new coach, Jayla Hurst, trying to figure out if that's the guy or not? Like, what was your expectations? Like, were you feeling like playoffs, or like what did you at least think in the NFC East? Like, what did you think I was gonna place in the NFC East?
NFC East, anything is always possible. I mean, down to the last wire. I think that's how it's been the past couple of seasons. You know what I mean?
And that's why I asked playoffs, because the NFC East was like, you just never know. Like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, one team you think is gonna be good, then y'all play the other team in the NFC East, and then they beat them, and it be some weird shit going on. He said they all garbage. No, because like the
Cowboys
be on a hot streak, and then the Eagles will be on a hot streak, and then they'll lose to the Giants, who's like 4-11, and then the Giants will play the Cowboys, and the Cowboys will lose to them. It'd be some weird stuff going on in that division, particularly.
Yeah. I think anything's possible.
You know what I will say about that game, and I've been saying it. That was my prediction, and you actually made my what did you call it, over prediction come to mind. But this is what I've been saying, and it just confirmed it watching this game. Is that I said before the season started, I said in the preseason, I don't know who I was on the show, but I said, mark my words, Jayla Hurst is going to get Devontae Smith's little ass killed. I said, mark my words, that is going to happen. And after watching that, you said what?
I said, I think that was on one of the draft special types.
Foolproof. Oh,
which QB is gonna get their wide receivers fucked up?
Listen, and I saw that game and I said, "Oh, yep, he's on path. He is on path. He goes to him way too much, entirely too much. He's too small to be targeted that much. You have to spread it out."
How tall is he?
How tall is he? Like 5'9", 5'10"?
Yeah, he's short.
He's a small guy. He's a small guy.
So is Antonio Brown frame? Antonio Brown was 5'10".
Nah, he probably about 190. Like he's a small
He's smaller
dude.
than that. He came in the league at like 173 or
175 or something like that.
Listen.
He a gamer though, but the thing is, like Jayla Hurst, I don't feel like he has the accuracy to place the ball. Open. Yeah, to place the ball where he's not putting him in harm's way.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. And he targets him too much.
If he could get it to him in the screen, or I wouldn't even say a quick slant, because even with a quick slant, you got to know when to throw it behind him a little bit, lead him. You got to throw it up, throw it down. Like certain quarterbacks got the arm talent where they can literally throw you to where you just catch the ball and fall down and you good. And then other ones gonna leave you out to get washed up.
Beyond that quick slant, I would only trust Brady to throw somebody like Devontae Smith a quick slant, because it's not even about the open zone between like the linebackers. You also have to notice where that safety and quarterback's eyes are looking, because you're running him right into them. And if they notice that slant and come back in, that's a bad situation for a little guy like him once again. And I don't trust Hurts to have that quarterback knowledge to just, I can already see it happening just by how much he's throwing it to him and the way he's throwing it to him. I'm like, okay, like that's your what do you call it? Like that's your last effort guy. Like when nothing else is open, I look for Smith. He's not that kind of receiver. He's not that kind of receiver. Can't do it. And I don't see how you don't understand that. I'm not saying he's not good. He's just not, he's not even built stature wise to be able to be the guy to bail you out of situations. You said it, Callie. The only way he can bail you out of a situation like that is in a screen. If you run him on a short route where he's right around you.
Yeah. I mean, it would really depend on like Jalen Hurts, like his development as a quarterback and the way the coaches are developing the play work. Because I mean, if he's not accurate, then that means that when he throws the ball to him, he's gonna throw him into bad situations where he can get literally brutalized. Yeah,
right.
But
he threw him into double coverage on a streak, and it wasn't even like a streak where he caught him in stride. It was a streak where he got into trouble, and Devontae Smith had to run back for it, and he was stuck in between the corner and the safety and got smacked there, and they all, went up. Like, it was like, why? Why him, and why in the double coverage?
Situation, yeah.
But this is something I did want to bring up, though, not to cut you off, Cliff. Even with in regards to Jayla Hurst, right? So Jayla Hurst, he played at Alabama this, that, and the third. He went to Oklahoma, and he damn near shattered every record at Oklahoma in that 1 year that he played. Right. Whereas, Baker Mayfield was there at the same time. Baker Mayfield was number 1 overall, and Jayla Hurst was in the second round. And Jayla Hurst may have a higher ceiling than Baker Mayfield, depending on the coaching and stuff like that. I think he has more natural talent, more natural ability, maneuverability, and probably arm talent as well. So I'm not going to sleep on Jayla Hurst just yet. I feel like with the right coaching, he could really be like a Randall Cunningham kind of person. I mean, like I'm just talking about maneuver. I'm just saying maneuverability. Like Randall Cunningham was a beast. He wasn't like he wasn't just like throwing it on a string like Warren Moon was, but he could move around and make certain things happen, and he was able to get it done with that ability.
I think he's.
But what I'm saying is that all I'm saying is that college wise, he came to Oklahoma in his last year, learned that playbook in 1 year, and broke damn near every record that all them other dudes was doing. And them dudes went, 1 second, they won the first round, first pick, stuff like that. And I think that he got more ability than Baker Mayfield do, and he won the second round. So if he got that chip on his shoulder and he can really get it going, I think that he got the possibility to really be something special.
I agree. I think. What you say?
No, I just said it was possible. That's all.
No, I think he's better. I think he's better than a lot of people. Listen, I was a doubter. I'm going to say that. I feel like it's one of them, and now I'm saved infomercials. But I was a doubter, and he's impressed me in both games in different ways.
I was too. I was a doubter when he was in Alabama because I think that more so came down to coaching. Because like Nick Saban is a certain type of coach where if you have a certain talent, he's gonna work to that. But if you don't got it, he's just gonna work around. Just like how Urban Meyer is. Urban Meyer doesn't develop quarterbacks.
Right.
No,
Nick Saban don't develop quarterbacks. Like either you got the talent or you don't, and he's gonna work with what you got. He's just gonna make you to the best of your ability. But I don't think that he ever actually developed Jayla Hurst. When he got to Oklahoma, he was dealing with a coach that actually developed him. And made him like, all right, well, you know what? This is all right, boom, let's get you situated. Why do you think he was throwing the ball all around the fucking field? Like he had the same capabilities in Alabama. It's just
I'm gonna flip that a little bit on you in the sense that Alabama, like Belichick, Saban, like Belichick, runs their system. You either fit their system or you don't.
Right.
You don't.
Oklahoma is a more flexible system where they will adapt to the talent they have. There are certain coaches, to your point, that will run their system no matter what. And then there are certain coaches that will flex their system based around the talent. And
kind of like Texas Tech almost. Like with Texas Tech, every quarterback that goes there just throws for like 1,000,000 yards.
Right, because they change the offense to suit that quarterback. Saban does not do that.
Right.
Bill Belichick does not do that.
I'm about to say Bill doesn't play that.
Like, ask Cam. Like,
yeah.
And you know what's funny about that? And I'm not saying it even really fits Cam, but when I saw that trick throwback play that they pulled off last week, you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
I said, let me find out Belichick is running trick fucking plays. Like he must really be happy about this quarterback that he has currently.
No, he hates the Jets that much. Like you gotta remember, like first off, he was gonna take the Jets job and he quit the shit. And then Mike Mangini ratted them out about all of the Spygate shit and all that back in the day.
He did that.
So, he got it. So he hates the Jets.
That's like Bush with Iraq. He had the receipts.
Yeah, he hates them, man. Like, he hates the Jets. You know what? You know what? There was I don't know. I was watching. I was listening to 1460, the fan, the radio station, and somebody said that like, what do you know? No, matter of fact, I'm lying. It was Rich Eisen. He said, "What do you think the odds of Bill Belichick like just wanting to have that win so bad where he embarrassed us? Because you got to think we took the quarterback, the more talented quarterback in front of the Patriots." And then the Patriots took, Mac Jones later on down the line.
That's more.
And then they took him. Yeah, but you think if Belichick ain't have the chance to take Zach Wilson, he would have, of course.
No, Belichick and Zach Wilson is like, what's the principal's name from Saved by the Bell?
And
Zach Morris. No, it's not gonna fit like that. That's a hijinks.
No, but I think that like New England is like. That's like the Manchurian Candidate, whatever that shit is, the shit where they brainwash people. Yeah. You know what I mean? The soldier movie where they Yeah. That shit right there, where they brainwash people. I think that he just fell in line with it. But I think for Bill Belichick to be able to like take the quote unquote lesser quarterback and then going in and just embarrass us like the way he did, he loved all of that. Like, yeah.
I
like,
mean,
I'm
just remember
that y'all didn't want. Y'all didn't want him. I'm gonna take him and I'm gonna bust your ass for him too.
Just remember, Tom Brady was a 7th round pick. Right. I trust Bill Belichick when it comes to talent assessment and
I don't trust Bill Belichick when it comes to talent like that. This dude done picked hella bad picks over the years. Why do you think Tom Brady left? Their team was garbage. And they spent the most money in the NFL free agency in history to get the team where they at now. And I still don't think they're gonna do that good this year. Think about it. Bill Belichick, they spent 200 and something million in the free agency. Like they broke a record. And we talking about Patriots. Because their team was that bad because he picked that many bad draft picks.
Well, I don't even think it was that. It was the COVID standout played a big part in it.
This was years building up to that though, man. Like you got to think this is like they are a draft first, develop the player type of team.
And
Tom Brady was taking all them pay cuts all these years so they could bring in people, and they was never doing it.
But I'm gonna challenge you on that just a little bit in the sense they didn't know who they were gonna build around next. That's why they haven't built for 2 years. COVID shut shit down.
That's why they did not have.
Yeah, they didn't have Brady's replacement like waiting in the wings. They hadn't found somebody.
They did with Jimmy, but then Brady pulled the veto move and went straight to the owner and was like, "Yeah, get him up out of here. I ain't ready to go."
So they didn't have who the next person they were going to build around.
Right, that's a good point. But
they had Jimmy G and Belichick was ready. Belichick, he's 1 or 2 years beforehand, and I think that's what broke the chain was when he couldn't keep Jimmy. He couldn't keep Jimmy G, and then what happened was that's kind of broke the cycle of things because they had to pay Brady more. Like they would have paid Jimmy G next to nothing, and he could have probably brought in some more other players, but they still had to pay Brady, even though they wasn't paying him what he should have got paid. But they still had to pay him more than they normally would have because they're a cheap ass organization and they get their labor dirt cheap. So I think the Jimmy G thing when they had to move him, that kind of threw a cork in the whole machine.
It threw a wrench in Belichick's plan.
But that brings me to my overreaction. My overreaction is that either Trey Lance moves Jimmy G out of that starting spot or something happens to him that he ends up taking it. I don't see him being there too much longer.
Jimmy G being in San Fran?
You're talking about like starting or just
starting?
Well, he's injury prone, so nothing needs to happen. He just has to be himself.
And I don't like. It's not that I don't like him, but all of his yards, like 90. I'm not gonna. That's an over exaggeration. Let me put it right on the money. No over exaggeration. 75% of his passes are screens and 5-yard outs.
Yeah, he getting all the yak yards pretty much.
Right. Like
it's a very deceptive.
He put it over the middle or throw downfield.
I mean, do you think that's like play calling, or do you think that's because
I think it's that's what I'm wondering. The 49ers.
Is it the Shanahan? Mm-hmm. Is it the Shanahan system where that's what they doing, or I don't know.
I really think it's the play calling for the 49ers. Like what Cliff says, like his yard. I don't even know how many yards he had last game. Probably something crazy, but
I got it somewhere.
Y'all think they calling that because they feel like his capability isn't there?
Yards.
That's all he had.
73%, 73.3 completion, 189 yards, 1 touchdown, 100 points QBR.
What did he have against the Lions, though? He had
This should sound like the rookies.
That's a Shanahan system, though.
No, because he had much more than that when they played the Lions.
Mike, I think the same thing. I think it's the
Lions.
But what's the Shanahan system?
But what's the difference between him and Trey Lance? Because when Trey Lance comes in, they let him throw the ball down the field. You see him throwing. He goes for at least one streak every time he steps in on a
That doesn't mean that he's.
It might be the run threat. Maybe they feel like people aren't gonna, they're gonna stack the box a little more because they feel like exactly the RPO, and they're gonna probably play like a cover 2 or something like that. Whereas they might play a cover 4 where they might keep like 2 safeties, play 2 cornerbacks back off the receivers. Whereas if Trey Lance is in, they know he could do the RPO, so they got to pull everybody up a little bit more, which gives you the play action and the opportunity to throw it downfield.
Gives you the opportunity when they roll into cover 2 or cover 3.
Yeah, because they got to come up some to respect the run, and the run pass option. Like that could be what it is. So he just gives them a different.
Do you really? I would have to see what the 49ers run stats are because isn't their main running back out? And then, like, how many yards are they putting up? I don't feel like they're running like that. I really feel like, they got.
But I was gonna say they're also saying that he hasn't perfected his arm strength, like knowing how to put touch on the ball yet. They saying he's like throwing 100 miles an hour, whether you in the screen pass or all the way down the field. He don't know the difference between the two.
Hey, Brett.
No, they say like he's trying to break your fingertips. Like he's just throwing it as hard as he can every fucking pass. Like
that might be a good thing.
To come back to you on the rush stats for the Niners, they're averaging over 100 yards a game rushing.
Are they? It's deceptive
about 250 yards.
It's so deceptive. It's so deceptive how they're even with. How they're winning games like
that we evolve to. I hope the Jets evolve into that aspect of the offense.
If you can effectively run the ball, and it doesn't matter what level of football we're talking about. At high school, if you can effectively run the ball, you're winning a state title.
Right.
In college, if you can effectively run the ball, you're probably winning your league division conference.
Right.
In the pros, that's what keeps things even as the season goes on.
Right.
Yeah, because when it's all said and done, the run is you can take that you can take that rain, sleet, snow, inside, outside, and then you always putting yourself. It's down in distance.
Always.
So if you get 8 yards off of the first 2 runs, you had 3rd and 2. So that opens it up for everything else. Like now they gotta respect the play action. You can come with the screen. It just opens everything up.
And that is the one thing that the Bills have not been able to put together over the last 3 years.
Yes, the run.
I told y'all in another episode we did. I was like, y'all's running backs are they not good?
Singletary is trash. But
Singletary.
But Zach Moss should be starting, and I have not been able to find justification why he is not the starter. Dude runs the ball fucking hard. He's also explosive, and the fact
that's what I'm wondering about, like the stuff that we see on the field. Like, what do they see in practice?
Right.
That we don't.
Like a locker room
problem. It doesn't relate to the field.
He should be starting, and
he must have took his girl.
Something. Because
he did something.
Singletary is not the answer. Zach Moss might be. And they refused to play him. Like last year, I thought it was because he fumbled early in like week 3 or week 4, and they lost the game because of it. And he didn't really see the field again for another 5 or 6 weeks. This year, they held him out. I think he's in his 3rd year.
That's what I was about to say. 2nd or 3rd.
They put their money into Singletary. They wanted to work. That's all.
He needs to go. He needs to go.
But if he goes, you know how it goes. It's a business. If he goes, the person that recruited asked for the trade, he got to go too. And he like, nah, keep it as long as fucking possible. My job's on. I just took out a fucking mortgage. Huh?
Well, not necessarily, because Howie Roseman is the GM in Philly. He's the one that wanted Carson Wentz and told him to draft him.
But do you think that the GM is doing all of this shit, all of the research they self? Or you think people are bringing players to the GM? And the GM
I will tell you,
I'm sticking my neck out for you for this one, kid.
I think John Lynch as a GM in San Francisco is doing research himself as a former player. Absolutely.
Having 2 former teammates of mine that are coaching in the NFL, I can tell you that the GM takes the advice that he gets. And it comes from those guys that are the scouts, the recruiters, etc.
Yeah, they got a team. One GM's just not doing all this stuff.
Right.
Somebody's doing their job.
They should have.
I mean, you gotta definitely trust. Like that's the thing. Then that's what makes like getting those chips in the NFL so hard, because like to put together that 53-man roster and everything being cohesive, like it takes a lot of fucking work, man. Like that's
Especially when you
crazy.
factor in money and everything.
You know what?
Else. Everybody trying to get paid.
Yeah.
Not to take us off subject.
You gotta catch the lightning in the bottle in a sense.
Right. Not to take us off subject because we got a couple more major games I want to touch on. I don't even know if we still moving.
What you mean?
The numbers stopped on the thing. Oh, there they go. Maybe it just skipped. I don't know. But it seems like
we're still live.
Okay. Yeah, okay, as long as we still live. But what I was about to say is that's what I would be more interested to see. And I know this is impossible. This is a dream of a ask, but that's what I would like to see instead of seeing all of these live action Friday Night Lights documentaries about, you know, teams, what like the high school teams, what they have to do to get to a championship. I would like to see that on the NFL level. You know what I mean?
Isn't that supposed to be Hard Knocks?
Right. I was gonna
say. No. But that's only to a certain extent because let's be honest.
They only follow up during like training camp and shit like that. Right.
And once again, NFL is a business. We can't afford to let you know anything about how we get our teams.
That and general managers and owners don't want the distraction during the season.
Yeah, and you would have to get a real outlandish team to win a chip that would sign off on that, because the Patriots been winning forever and a day, and they definitely not about to do that.
No team would though. No team, because you would have to go into depth, like plays and all that.
Yeah, because you know that there's documentation of everything that happened throughout the season for them to get to that point. It's all on film and all that stuff. It's just if a team wants to sign off on it, maybe edit it out, certain things that they want. I can see the Buccaneers probably doing that once Tom Brady retires. I can see that happening. I think the Buccaneers might go back and say, all right, well, this is what happened this season. I can see that happening with the Buccaneers, but it would have to be when Tom Brady retires.
I think it would have to be more than just Tom. I think it would have to be like almost the group.
You have to have a lot of sign-off on it, but I think a lot of people, I think most of the Buccaneers wouldn't be as opposed to it as like Tom Brady would with his TB12 and, you know,
I think the organization would be opposed to it.
You think so?
Yeah, because you got to think, like, the organization is thinking business-wise. They're thinking the same way Belichick was thinking when they were looking at Jimmy G. They're thinking, like, regardless, what Brady is going to do for us, even though we know we don't have him for the long haul, is he's going to develop a culture here that lives on after he leaves.
Yeah, but what if they got
release information that could potentially stop their culture from moving forward?
Wouldn't they have the edit rights though? Like they could edit out what they don't want to be seen, I would imagine.
I don't know. I don't really. I see Tom Brady being like a Michael Jordan type dude. I don't think he wants his shit edited.
Nah, Michael Jordan had edit on that.
I was about to say.
I mean, no. I'm sure a lot of it.
He spent that shit all the way his way, and that was the only way it was going.
But that's what I'm saying, right? Michael Jordan's Last Dance was geared towards Michael Jordan. Tom Brady's, whatever you would like to call it, would still be geared towards Tom Brady.
Yeah, honestly, I would be more interested into Tom Brady's Patriot stuff more so than the Buccaneers shit. I want to see what the fuck was going on in New England.
That's what I'm saying. I guarantee you, even with Tom Brady not being with the Patriots currently, he's signed some sort of NDA to where he can't give out certain situations, certain information.
I hope not, because I would love to see them cheating ass Patriots get exposed.
I guarantee he has.
Those are the cheating ass. They the most cheating ass team that I can think of, man. They are some cheaters.
But didn't Brady say he was going to tell it all when it came time? He was going to tell it all. Didn't he say that?
I hope he do, because they are some cheaters, man. Like deflating balls, like sending people. I mean, I'm not even saying that they doing something that other people probably don't do. Right. It's just they get caught doing it. Like, come on, man. You sending scouts out to go find other teams, signs and this and that, and y'all deflating balls and just come on, they be cheating, man.
I was going to say, I mean, at the end of the day, if Brady's going to make money off of it, he'll do it. Like,
of course, I think so.
At that point, what does he have to lose?
I don't think it's just Brady,
especially if he would be
I see what you're saying.
He would be an executive producer on it after he retires, and
the accolades and everything else. Yeah.
You're talking about the show, like if he does that Last Dance type of interview. Right. Is that what you're saying, Mike?
Yeah.
I don't listen. I feel like Brady. He has so much money. When he gets to that point, he's doing that for entertainment purposes and to push his legacy. Like he's not doing it he's not going to do it for money. So that to me makes it even better because it's going to be, he's doing it for entertainment.
I think the more success he has in Tampa Bay, the more open he is to air the shit out in New England.
No doubt.
Because if he wins 2 chips in Tampa Bay and he realizes like I'm the fucking blueprint, and I'm the reason why this shit is moving how it moves, he's going to be a lot more enthused to air that shit out in New England because he's going to feel like, you know what? I'm the motherfucking reason why all this shit going on. The first one is like, all right, he already feeling that way now, but he get this second one?
Let me ask
you. He's going to be like, hold on, like, listen.
Better not get no second one, man. Not this year.
Listen, I'm not going to say he's not. I'm not betting against
I ain't counting it out either, but I'm just saying.
Hey, Mike, you a Bills fan, right?
I am.
All right, so how many years have we been betting against Tom Brady?
Too many.
About 20?
20. Yeah, give it 20, give it 10. You know what I'm saying? We round off to 20. So all those years, man, like I'm not gonna bet against him. Like it was one thing seeing him win the AFC East every year since like fucking 98 or 99, whatever.
Nah, he lost like, 1 year.
He lost.
My bad.
Lost to the Jets. You lost to your team. How you forget?
No, they still won the division that year. We beat them in the wild card. They won the division, but we beat them in the wild card. That was the first year Rex Ryan came in, and then we beat them also when the Big Tuna was our coach. But anyway,
Big Tuna.
Hold up. What were you about to ask, Mal?
What I know it's early, but just the way things are looking, who is y'all's early MVP favorites?
MVP this week? Like come up with an MVP this week?
Like for the season.
This week or just overall?
Like who's on pace? Like who's on track right now? Like who do y'all like right now?
So early.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Nah, I would say Patrick Mahomes for sure.
Definitely. This is his second week.
Let me think about this.
2 weeks in a row, he threw over a 131 QBR.
I'm gonna go Matthew Stafford and Tom Brady.
Are we going? Hold on. MVP, are we going stat based or are we going overall presence? Because when Lamar comes on the field, he takes over the game.
Oh no, I'm not down that, but no, I'm going stat based. Like
opinion, okay, yeah, whatever your personal opinion is.
I'm going stat based. I feel like Matthew Stafford and Tom Brady, they definitely gonna be up there as far as like the MVP type of thing, man. Because it is what it is.
I feel like I should write that down.
Right.
Let me got my notepad right here. Hold up,
Mike. What you got?
Tom Brady and who else?
Matt Stafford.
Yeah, I got Matt Stafford and Tom Brady.
Les, you said Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. So as far as so if we're talking NFL MVP, I can say Lamar. They did show me a stat line that I was watching on ESPN. Was that he's on track to do like 4,100 passing yards and like 1,800 rushing yards or something like that, and that would be like one of the fastest. I think he'd be one of the only quarterbacks that actually did that. I don't think there's too many quarterbacks that threw for over 4,000 and rushed over 1,000, with the exception of maybe a Cam Newton. And then maybe there's a few others in there, but they were saying that he's on track, and that would be an NFL record. So for that,
that's dope. That's dope. But Tom Brady right now is on track to break Peyton Manning's record of 55 touchdowns. So yeah.
Mike, what you got?
I'm just saying. Right now, with him having 9 touchdowns in the first 2 games, he's on track to break the record of the most touchdowns in one season, with it being at 55 when Peyton Manning was on the Broncos. And looking at the lineup that Tom Brady got versus what Peyton Manning had, he has more talent around him. He's in a better shape, knows literally every defense. There's no defense you could throw at this dude that he hasn't seen before. This dude, he's a fucking vampire. I keep telling y'all that. Y'all don't want to believe me, man. I'm telling y'all. He's a vampire, man. Like, I'm telling you, if you look at Twilight again, look at the second movie, man. If you look at the little war scene, he was in the background, man. That nigga's like 1,000 years old.
He threw one of them pitches out that nobody's seen.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. You look at the old dollar bill, the old $20 bill. He's in the window somewhere in the motherfucking shit. But what I'm telling you though, man, is like the talent that he has around him, and he can literally, man. I wouldn't even doubt it. Like at this point, I would be dumb to not bet my money on Tom Brady, being a AFC East fan of a team in that goddamn division, man. Like he is gonna fuck around, and if he don't do nothing else, he's gonna throw for 56 touchdowns. I ain't even gonna say he's gonna shatter the record. He's gonna throw for 56
touchdowns.
56 touchdowns. And I would say Antonio Brown gonna get about 15 to 18. Gronk is gonna get about 11, and then you go split the rest amongst the other teammates.
You want to make some of these bets. You want to make these our bets because, like, you called the Jets saying they was going to win 6 games. We don't see it.
I got the money. God damn it! Let's throw the money on the motherfucking table. Let's throw the money on the motherfucking table.
Put the money on the wood where it's no good.
Where my food stamp card at, man?
Right.
No, I mean, I got the Jets for 6 wins. I got Tom Brady for MVP, and I got.
So no Matt
Stafford. One better.
So no Matt Stafford, just Tom Brady.
No. I'm saying I got Matt Stafford in the running for it, but I think Brady is gonna break. I think Brady is gonna break the record of Peyton Manning for the 55 touchdowns, and I think the Ravens
gonna fall short.
How short?
I think he's gonna fall like 1 to 3 short. Because the only reason why I say 1 to 3 touchdowns. 1 to 3 touchdowns. And the reason why I'm saying that I think he's going to fall slightly short is because just as Kansas City, when Kansas City came into the league and you had Patrick Mahomes, you had this guy behind Alex Smith because he got that season-ending injury that allowed him to come in. But Kansas City was the wow factor. That's how they won their chip. No one really could control what they were doing on, and they still can't. But they know that they're beatable, though. We know that they're beatable. So, same thing with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has a good core, defense and offense. The only downside is Antonio Brown does not get the ball enough to say he's going to get no 15 to 18 touchdowns. That's just big cap. And I bet on that, too. He's not going to get 10. He's not even going to get 10 because he only got 4 last year. So, explain that. Then on top of that, Godwin.
He came in after 8 weeks last year. He didn't play till week 8.
Right.
Okay, and if he played the whole season, he was not. Remember who he's on his team? He has Gronk. Gronk's on my fantasy. Gronk gets the ball a lot. His targets are high. He's up there with Godwin. So it's like, and Mike Evans gets the ball too. So you see AB getting hell.
I think it based on what I've seen in these past games. I think Brady targets AB more than Gronk.
He will. Because AB is he's like fucking AB is like what's the one dude from the Patriots? Wes Welker on steroids.
Yeah, and on top of that, people expect Brady to look for Gronk. So
and Brady is a short thrower. Remember,
Bronx always open.
Antonio Brown lives in the cross.
Antonio Brown is a great route runner, though.
Yeah, he lives in the middle of the field. Like, that's what he does, man. And he's like Wes Welker on steroids. Like, you got to think, when Big Ben was throwing to Antonio Brown, it wasn't Lob City. It was like dink and dunk, and Antonio Brown just bing, bing, boom, and he out.
Well,
you think
some
Brady
of it in the early days, some of it was Lob City. Antonio Brown would run that bitch down.
And that dude, man,
he don't got it like that no more. But he's definitely improved his route running.
I think he still does have it like that. He just hasn't had a chance to show the talent. I'm telling you, I think Antonio Brown. I think he does.
He didn't show you that week one.
Like that. I think he still got talent.
That kind of. He don't got no fucking Henry Ruggs speed.
No, it's not even about the speed. It becomes about the route running and knowing the defenses, man. He is a veteran.
Being able to just lob it up there like.
No. I'm talking about him being under the coverage. I'm talking about him catching wreck straight under the coverage. I'm saying that Wes. No. I'm talking about, like, I said that he's like Wes Welker on steroids.
No, I heard that.
Wes Welker lives under the coverage. He sits in the zone and finds the sore spot,
right?
And just
and that's I said Brady's back in the day, though, Roethlisberger used to be able to just throw it out there, and Antonio Brown run and get it. And you said you think he still got that in him, and I don't know if that's correct.
No, what I'm saying is, when I say he still got it in him, I mean he still has it in him to put up hella stats.
Be a star, yeah.
Okay.
Be a star, put up the hella stats, and then the thing is, why you think Tom Brady wanted him to come?
Just one.
Why you think Tom?
Hey, as good as I once was.
Tom Brady wanted him to come down there because Tom Brady knows he's a reliable person that he knows how to dink and dunk in the zone and make shit happen, man. I'm telling y'all, I don't play fantasy, but if I did, I would have Antonio Brown on my team. I bet.
I don't know that I would now. You might be stretching it right there. It depends on what pick. What pick you talking about?
So jumping in real quick.
I don't know. That's why I said I don't play fantasy, but I would have him on my team. I don't know how the draft process goes.
We're gonna figure it next year. What you got?
Yeah, we'll have to get a league going. But real quick, as much as it pains me to say this, if current trends continue, and I don't think they will, I think the Raiders will fall apart by mid-season.
Right.
Carr's almost at 1,000 yards.
That would be a current trend, though, too.
Derek Carr's almost at 1,000 yards in 2 games.
Right.
It's hard to argue with that.
You won't give him respect, Mike. Cliff still won't give him
respect. Listen. We were talking about.
Somebody kicked Brittany out.
That is so foul.
Anyways,
I must have kicked her out.
Mike, you mean that would still be a trending thing, though? Like, the Raiders always start off strong.
No, I agree, and I think they will fall apart before midseason. But if I were to go just based on the first 2 weeks, it's hard not to put Derek Carr in that conversation.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I think though, if the Raiders, I don't know what they record look like. But I mean, not their record, but their schedule.
Right,
but if they could rack up the wins, they could push in the past to the playoffs pretty easily in the beginning.
I can see him winning the AFC
West. I can see the AFC West, man. Like, I think the NFC West and the AFC West are going to probably push about 3 teams.
I mean,
that's gonna come. They have to play the Chiefs twice, so that's
it. Remember we talked about it. Yeah, remember we talked about it in the beginning of the episode.
Y'all couldn't get past the Bills. Y'all couldn't.
They split last year with them,
and we have never really had a problem with the Chiefs. Like,
they split with them.
But could
even
you
with Mahomes,
could you beat the Ravens or the Bills again? The Ravens again. I'm talking about the Ravens again. Later, a veteran team, seasoned team, Ravens.
Yeah,
you could beat them again.
Yep.
I mean, I will tell you personally, I like the matchup.
Anyway,
there's a gumbo to the Ravens. All you got to do is get ahead early.
You have to get ahead early, and you've got to rattle.
AFC East,
North. They're in the AFC North.
Cleveland, Cincinnati.
Because you said the Raiders. You said you could see the Raiders winning the AFC. Right.
So what I would say is, I will tell you that I like the way the Bills match up against the Raiders a lot more than I like the way the Bills match up against Kansas City. It was the same thing last year with the Browns in Kansas City when they
I
were
don't
playing
know.
after
I
the
don't
Bills.
know.
After the
I don't
Bills
know
won
this
their
year,
game,
man.
I hear you. But my whole thing was I wanted
talking about the
Cleveland to win that Browns-Chiefs game because the Bills matched up a hell of a lot better against Cleveland than they did against Kansas City.
Of course. And I think it's not even just the matchup itself. It's the expectations and the whole the big brother in the room kind of thing. But I think that in regards to what you're saying, Mike, I think that the Bills going against the Browns, I feel like they just know they were walking into it with a lot more confidence versus the Chiefs. But I think that there's still a gumbo to certain things as far as the Ravens go. Like if the Bills play the Ravens, they know, all right, you get ahead.
I mean, the flip side is the Bills did play the Ravens in the playoffs last year, and they smoked them. Like, they rattled Lamar early, and the game was done. And
That's
Lamar
the thing. You get ahead, and it's hard for Lamar to get back in the game.
I don't know what that was, though, man. I feel like that was
he can't throw his way back in the game.
I'm willing to acknowledge
a lot of that fall on Greg Roman. Like, Greg Roman he's not developing Lamar Jackson as a passer, point blank, period.
Oh.
Well.
They ran
bro, my bro's a Raven fan. Like, do you feel like Greg Roman is developing Lamar Jackson as a passer? Like, just from the pocket,
Not as far as the coordinator, I always said, I don't think that they utilize Lamar to the maximum capable potential because he did win the Heisman and he did win MVP. So I don't think that he is being used enough in the passing game when you keep adding receivers, but they're becoming like tight ends. They're just blocking. And it's like they do catch the ball, but it's not it's like when he has to throw. So now the whole defense knows you got to throw. So now, of course, incompletions, turnovers come.
I think what's happening is whether it be the front office, coaching staff, whatever the case may be, are reading all of the articles that are being written, and they're saying, "Oh, do you really think that about us? Let's show you." And as everybody had talked about for so long, now that y'all finally acquired new weapons, we want to see an attack through the air. And I feel like Lamar is showing you I'm very capable of attacking you through the air. Now, it may not be conventionally like how you would like to see as a Ravens fan sitting in the pocket, but he's going to attack you through the air. And I actually think that that's to his advantage, him rolling, because it changes the routes.
Like the Patrick Mahomes effect.
Right, those DBs now have to adjust based on... And you think that those receivers don't know he's going to change the route? They know when he rolls... let me stop and let me take a few steps back and roll.
Oh, you're going scramble drill at that point.
Right.
If that's something you practice, then that's something you're going to be good at.
I get what you're saying, but I don't feel like the coordinators are doing that, though. I feel like they just trying to, be let good enough be good enough. He's and not
looking a lot more dangerous this year. He's looking a lot more dangerous this year, just out of the game.
And a lot of it is, all of that is just off plateau plays, though. Like, they don't really make plays for him to just, not saying like he needs to just go back, sit in the pocket, go through his digressions and just throw the ball, but they need to.
Digressions.
Yeah. I think they need to just meet a medium somewhere, like some type of medium between him running and him doing that. It's like they capitalize mostly. I don't know if these is just off plateau plays or whatever the fuck they doing, but it seems like he's making a lot more plays with his legs, and at some point that shit is not gonna work out anymore. And then
it's when you go against a defense like Buffalo that'll put you on your ass and break you in half. I mean, that's what happened.
What you think gonna happen to fucking Allen when the Raiders get a hold of him?
Josh is a 250-pound fullback, dude. It's fine.
Listen, I told you we was gonna hurt him last year, and that was with nobody, and he got up slow a few times.
Hey, man,
what's gonna happen this year?
You're not wrong, but hey, man, I got to drop. I'm gonna give my quick hit the showers.
Oh Lord, you want to kick us?
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna turn my camera off and audio off. You're good. My hit the showers goes to who it always goes to. Tom Brady, get the fuck out of the NFL. I'm done with you. Go away.
Hey, tell him to go on and put that vampire coffin up and, and just call it a day.
He's just gonna sleep and suck another virgin's neck. No,
he's a Bills fan. I understand his pain more than any of y'all ever will
I knew you would, man. I knew you would.
Man, we've been watching that man win since 1999, bro. I'm sick of it. It's 2021, man. Like, who does that, man? Like, what other division have watched the quarterback win through fucking 15, 20 draft classes, man? Like,
Patriots
come on, man.
had the soldier in a 3-point stance.
Man, I'm sick of his
on the
ass
side
too.
of it, on the side of their helmet.
When Tom Brady decided to jump out that vampire coffin and finally just say, "Okay, I'm gonna let the sunlight hit me and die," then I think the NFL will be a much better place.
Let me ask y'all this, because I just seen this post on Instagram and it makes a good point. Why do you all think that Cam Newton has not been contacted yet, been asked to try out, work out, or be signed to a team? Why is Cam Newton still a free agent?
Because he's black.
Yep.
Getting the Kaepernick.
He's black, and he's not even just black. He's black, and he's black and confident. He's I could go a lot of different ways with it, but he's not. They give him he's black, and he's not willing to conform his play to something else. That's the spin that they put on it. At least they don't want to tell you the real deal, but I feel like that's the spin that they put on it.
Right.
They make it seem like he's not willing to conform. He said he was willing to play off the bench. Yeah, that's a good one, man. But yeah, my battery is going low because I'm in my car. I do want to use my hit the showers real quick. My hit the showers obviously is gonna go to Zach Wilson and my Jets. But the other hit the showers is gonna go to
All you had to come up with two because you couldn't just give it to Zach and your Jets. Who's the next one?
The other one is the Saints, man, and Jameis Winston, man. Come on now. What the hell was y'all doing in that week 2? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Y'all Raiders, y'all doing good, man. Ravens look good. Philly. Everybody look all right except for my team. Shit, I ain't the hell with all y'all, goddammit. I'm out of here. All right.
Cliff, you never gave your MVP prediction, by the way. As we're down to 3.
MVP.
I haven't given mine yet either. But.
I mean, it's so many obvious choices, but I'm not interested in obvious.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple different options.
I mean, I definitely agree with Mike. He said that Carr is looking good for it at the moment, but he's a fucking bust, man.
You don't think he'll finish strong?
No,
it's a durability issue. It's durability.
Yeah, I think the more the pressure gets put on, the more you'll start seeing him start fucking up like he usually does. Happy feet Carr. But MVP, I gotta go Mahomes.
Respectable.
I gotta go Mahomes. I said I didn't want to go
obvious.
Yeah, but I gotta go Mahomes. It doesn't make sense not to. I do think that Aaron Rodgers could still make a run for it.
Yep.
But I gotta go Mahomes.
It was a toss up for me, kind of same but for me it's Jackson, Rodgers, and Mahomes, and Brady, of course, too, because Brady is off to a great stat line himself.
Right.
So, if I'm going to go ahead and make a guesstimated decision, I'm going to say, you know what? I think Tom keeps playing for a reason. I think Tom, at least, I'm not saying he'll win the ring again. I think Tom gets to MVP, though. I think Tom at his age, the training he does, all the studying, whatever, and the pace he's at right now, I think Tom will probably at least win the MVP again.
That's respectable.
Or at least be runner up. But I think he might. I think he could take it again if he's healthy. You know, at his age and the way he's playing, man.
If he's healthy.
Yeah, because you never know.
When has Tom really been injured for real? Out of his whole career?
That one year he was out for the whole season. I remember. I think the Chiefs hurt him. He got hit below the. That's when they started. Hey, that's funny because that's when they started making the rules stricter about the hits and stuff. After Tom Brady got hit, when they made everything more tight with the calls. But yeah, I said it just because anything can happen, and he is older. He ain't gonna bounce back as fast as these young guys.
If he takes one bad hit now, that might his season's over if it's bad enough.
That's what I'm saying. There's like Cliff's Raiders and your Ravens. There's some D lines out there, some teams
that's
out there
ruthless.
Rushing, that's rushing. They can get to you. But anyways,
it doesn't look like we play them.
Who, the Buccaneers?
No, yeah.
Yeah, but y'all play us.
I said
October 24th. Yeah, bet 5 on that game. Yeah.
What team is it?
Yeah.
He said what?
Bad. Look, ride or die. Bad.
Are they in Philly?
Oh shit!
I don't give a fuck where they at.
I think we played the Ravens too last. I don't know. I think we said something. Maybe we don't. Let me see.
No, they play in Vegas.
Damn, I'll say if it's in Philly, I would go.
No,
it's only like 4 hours.
Yeah, the only home games, yes.
They play in Vegas.
Well, they play the I can't go. That's the day before Lex's birthday. I was gonna say they play the Buccaneers at home. I would definitely love to go to that game, but
the Eagles.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That'd be a nice game. Is it in October?
Yeah, it's the day before Lex's birthday, and we already got, so I'm like, it's a Thursday night game. I ain't gonna be able to make that.
That'd probably be legit. That'd be perfect for me.
Well, I mean, if y'all see something y'all interested in, let me know. I might.
I like weekday games. It works out good for me.
Right. But what else we got, Cliff? Wait, are we doing hit? So yeah, what's on the agenda? Or what you?
Oh yeah, no, we got a couple more. I just want to touch on a couple more, and then we'll wrap it up. First and foremost, I want to touch on. I know y'all was talking about Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
That Titans Seahawks. That was an impressive win.
A comeback, right?
Yeah, that was impressive. Yeah, definitely, that was an impressive win by the Titans. First, I do want to say they played Julio Jones with that toe tap.
Oh, did they? Okay, I heard a question.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
That toe tap in the end zone? Yeah, he got played on that toe tap. That was definitely a touchdown, which is why I'm glad they won the game. But that Derrick Henry rush brought up a question that they were trying to, I guess, answer last year of between the two, who was the better running back, Derrick Henry or Christian McCaffrey. And it led me to a question of, if you had to choose, which running back would you choose?
You said Derrick Henry, and who was the other one?
Christian McCaffrey.
No, I'm choosing Derrick Henry.
Choosing McCaffrey.
I'm choosing McCaffrey as well.
And
the only reason why now, see, if you notice, when I posed the question, I didn't say who was the better running back. Because if I say better running back, I would give it to Derrick Henry. But when I say who I would want on my team, I would say Christian McCaffrey, because his running still averages you more than 3+ yards. He's basically a receiver. And he's good out the backfield or deep downfield. The fact that you can line up as receiver or go out for routes is going to also extend your career, because you're not just pounding the ball like a Derrick Henry.
Right.
and you're not carrying as much weight all the time.
But Henry can carry the weight though. You know what I mean? For his size.
I mean, yeah, definitely can carry it, but that's also at the moment. It's only a matter of time before you start to break down.
Yeah, but he's still young. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're right.
Correct. But when I think of longevity, I think of somebody that I can run, or you know what? You've been taking some hits. How about you line up at wide receiver this game? You do it anyway. Get out there at the slot.
Or come out the backfield. A lot of shotgun, a lot of pistol.
I wouldn't even line him up out the backfield because you know if you run him, if you're not running him at all, then you know that it's not going to be a run play if you put him back there. Now I'm just putting you on put you at a slot receiver.
So Henry's 27 and McCaffrey's 25. So I was mistaken on the age.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, based off longevity, if that's what we're talking about, then yeah, I'll choose McCaffrey. But we're talking about right now. If I'm trying to, get it right now,
well, like Henry. I said, I mean, I could definitely be wrong. I don't think Les was on the episode when I said it, but I feel like the NFL running back position is being evolved like the center position in NBA. I don't think you're going to see a lot of hard-nosed, pound-the-ball type running backs coming out in the
I don't think so.
Immediate future.
I think Derrick Henry's one of the last that are the few that's going to do that.
I think.
McCaffrey, Aaron Jones. You see these guys coming out. They're coming out the backfield. They're running. They're catching. They're doing all these different things. And that's keeping their – because we said this on the last podcast. The average running back lifespan is usually, 3 to 5 on average?
Right. And that's a good –
So if it's only 3 to 5, and I can come out the side, the slot, I can come out the wildcat, maybe line up on the edge over here as a slot, and I'm by myself, I think that can extend their life so they can get 2 contracts, maybe 3.
Think of how long wide receivers play. You got motherfuckers like Terrell Owens thinking I can come back in your 40s. Because they last longer than running backs. So when you have a Christian McCaffrey, of course he's going to last longer than Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's just running the ball up the gut every chance he gets.
Yeah, mushing people in the face.
No, he's amazing, and I love watching him. But if I had the chance to pick between the two, I got to go Christian. I trust Christian to last me longer. My investment's going to last longer with Christian than it is with Derrick.
I agree.
Yeah.
But
both franchise players, yeah.
He won that game for him.
Yeah, he did.
Very clear he won that game for him.
182 yards.
He did his thing.
His thing.
3 touchdown rushes.
35 attempts. It's not bad.
He averaged 5, yeah.
And he caught a couple passes too, 6 for 55.
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy, 47.70 fantasy points. Ridiculous. It was a crazy week.
Now, Christian didn't come anywhere near that, let's be honest.
No.
But I don't give a fuck about your fantasy. I'm worried about my team.
Yeah, reality. Yeah.
I care about fantasy.
Well, of course. We're going to do that next year. We ain't do it.
It's too much money on the line in fantasy. We're going to do that
next year.
Yeah, we can all put in. I tell everybody put in the $20 like we do in the one league. Put $20 in the winner of the Super Bowl gets the pot, the whole amount.
We gonna do that.
Winner take all.
Winner takes all. Yeah, we don't want the second place. We're not in there for participation.
We don't acknowledge.
Right.
We don't acknowledge.
Participation doesn't get
podcasts anyway. So right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't know if you heard the question, Britt. The question was if you had to pick, because this was a big question last year of which 2 running backs was the best, Christian McCaffrey or Derrick Henry. If you had to pick for your team, which one would you draft? Given you had the selection.
Who would I build a team around? I would build a team around.
I don't even know if I would go so far as to say build the team around, but I would say an acquisition to my build. Because if I'm being honest, I wouldn't build a team around a running back, especially knowing that they only last 3 years.
But you got special cases. I don't even know that they're lasting 3 years anymore. But you have these special cases, and Derrick Henry is a special case, and so is Christian McCaffrey. They're both special cases. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, they probably ain't going nowhere anytime soon. Like, they're gonna get their full run. Whereas a lot of mediocre and lesser than players that are running backs, they just don't. They don't get no peak. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't get the time of day.
Yeah, I follow.
So with that being said, with the way the NFL is moving, I would go with Christian McCaffrey. However, my traditional self, I love the traditional running back. I love when a team can run the ball and they run it with one running back as opposed to two, and trying to break it up and all that jazz. Like, I love how the Titans run Derrick Henry. That's me personally. But if I'm thinking about where I feel like the league is moving, I would go with Christian McCaffrey.
Right. And I set you up for that answer.
So,
because we was talking about it, and I really just wanted to make Mr. Neil Armstrong, NASA Hollywood over there feel bad about itself. But lastly, I just want to cover the Cowboys-Chargers game.
Is that who the Cowboys? Wait. What are you talking about?
The Cowboys-Chargers.
This week?
Yeah.
From last week. Yeah, Sunday at 4:25.
Cowboys won 2017.
Oh, okay.
But the only reason why I wanted to cover it is I guess I'm gonna have to come up with another Hit the Showers, because I can't really cover this without giving away my Hit the Showers, because I feel like Jerry Jones is dumb as fuck for paying Zeke all that money and then going with Tony Pollard like that.
It's the same thing.
Trying to teach I mean, I don't know the story behind it. Is he dumb, or is he like trying to prove a point?
I don't know, man. But what's the point proving if I already got paid?
My thing is like, from his standpoint, it's probably like, hey, you're replaceable. Like, don't think because I paid you this money, I'm gonna let you stink it up. Like, nah, you'll be gone. You'll get your money, okay, but you'll be gone. And to be honest with you, he's so young in his career, like, he would be a fool to say that wouldn't affect him.
No, I definitely agree. But I guess the only thing is you don't see running backs get 2 big paydays.
No.
So, I guess unless he's motivated enough to go for the ring, he's already won.
Not really. I don't think that when you're talking about people of his caliber, like, I don't think that you can say he already won, because these people eat, breathe, live, die by football. You know what I'm saying?
Unless
like,
he going for the ring.
Like, what's old dude's name that was the coach at Penn State when all that sex? Joe Paterno. Joe Paterno. He lived football. When he was done playing football, that man died immediately. Like, a lot of these players don't know what to do with themselves, especially people of his caliber that have always been in the spotlight since an early age. They don't know what to do with themselves without football. They don't know what to do with themselves when they're not the star of football. I feel like, I don't know. You're talking about somebody that was catered to. When you go to Ohio State, you get catered to at Ohio State.
No, I agree.
When you become a Cowboy, you get catered to if you are a star. Like it's a great environment to go to if you leave Ohio State, becoming a Cowboy and being a star. Like that's a great place. It's going to be very similar to what you're used to. So he's risking. Not only is he's risking his stock value going down. He's risking going to another team where they're not going to treat him like he's used to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Like he's used to being treated in a sense. So he's risking a lot. Now, it may not seem like a lot from our standpoint because we're like, oh, you got your millions. But from his standpoint, it's a lot. And we know for a fact, like, hey, money doesn't solve all things. You still need that purpose. You still need that fire in you for what you know what I'm saying, that passion. I feel like he can take his passion away. Like, even though he's not playing like he should, football is still probably his passion. And I feel like that's what he's flexing right now. That's what I feel like Jerry Jones is flexing right now. Like, hey, I'm about to take this shit from you.
Listen. And he don't got the bag for real. Let's be real. 15 million compared to like 40 or 38 that your boy Patrick Mahomes is getting. That ain't a lot of money. And that tax done.
You're not going to get that. You're not
what I'm
going
saying,
to get that as a running back.
That's Super Bowl money too, you know?
But what I'm saying, a lot of his contract, I think, is like 100-something million, like 70-something million guaranteed. And a lot of that is roster. So let's say if they really want to get rid of him and void out his contract, they could just take a heavy cap penalty and get rid of him. They can release him, take a cap penalty of $40 million, pay him. He only gets like a 20% of the deal, and then they could just go move on to someone else. If they want it, same thing with Deshaun Jackson. Not Deshaun Jackson, Deshaun Watson.
I was going to say, he got a contract.
So it's not always. And Jerry Jones, he's a billionaire. He's been underpaying all them players. The only person he paid last was Des Bryant and Tony Romo. Man, he could take a couple. Hey, just cut you the check, cuz just don't get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if y'all seen what's the name on Shannon Sharp show. Terrell Owens, he was talking about how Jerry Jones cut him. Like, just signed a contract previous year. He invited him out to dinner and started making references like, this is the team, this is you. And he kept separating him from the team and cut his ass right there at dinner. Like, he will do it. Like, and like I said, Terrell Owens was a star when he was with the Cowboys. He was a star his whole career. So, like I said, that's not a factor for Jerry Jones.
No.
Man, yeah, I mean, so maybe I can't give it to Jerry. We'll see how it plays out.
Zeke won't be there next year. I guarantee that.
That's a strong guarantee.
He won't be there next year?
The reason why I'm saying he won't be there, the fact that a coach, GM, coordinator, and an owner made a decision, whether all in cahoots or not, to say, look, we just paid this guy. We're going to pull in this other guy. And then we're going to just, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of these players, we said this last week, a lot of these players get these paydays and they start fucking slacking off. And there's certain markets.
In the running back position.
Exactly. There's certain markets that you cannot do that in. And Texas is one of them. America's favorite team, allegedly. It's not, but we can keep that going.
Right.
It is.
If it is. So, he's out of there, bro. I guarantee he's out of there, man. And they're going to find, someone's going to pick him up. Someone who really is desperate for him, or he's somewhere he want to go. I won't be surprised over the summer.
The Bills needed that.
I won't be surprised over the summer where he comes in and requests for a trade, bro. It won't shock me.
That would be a nice spot for him.
I think that if he produces, like if the rest of the season he puts up some numbers, I really think that Jerry Jones will keep him around. Because that's really all Jerry Jones wants. Like, I know a lot of people don't like Jerry Jones, but honestly, production and Jerry Jones go hand in hand as far as like, that's what he's looking for. And I feel like that keeps him happy. He'll keep you happy as long as you're producing.
Right.
So he might be underperforming. He might be underperforming just because of Dak's back too. You know what I'm saying? Dax will throw the ball, so he knows that ball's not getting ran through him. And the offense is changing.
That's a good point.
The offense is changing,
man. I feel like that's even more reason for him to ball. Like, we need you, like, as a team, they need him to ball in order for the team to win, to open up for Cooper and CD Lamb. Like, We need you to ball. I don't feel like that's a good excuse. Like, I can take off because
they ain't really giving. They ain't giving. Yeah, I can't say they're not giving opportunities. He got 16 attempts.
What was he getting before the contract, and what's he getting now?
You said what? No, I don't know. I don't. You mean as far as averages?
Attempts. As far as attempts, I'm pretty sure they were way over 20.
Oh,
it wasn't 16.
All I know is he got 16 attempts, 71 yards, and 1 touchdown. Pollard had 13 attempts, 109 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Those are not bad as a 1-2 punch, but your 1-2 punch, that's like Alvin Kamara and when they had Mark Ingram. Alvin Kamara was still the number one guy. He was getting paid the most, and he was still putting up all those stats. Your backup shouldn't be outshining your number one.
Right.
Because then why would I even need my number one? I could just get a number 3 and move those up to 1 and 2. So I just don't think for somebody making $15 million a year at a running back position, he's not catching the ball. Well, he caught a few passes in the game, but he's not really catching the ball like a McCaffrey. He's not really versatile. I don't feel like you should pay that man $15 million. And I'm not hating on that young black man. Go and get your money. Go get paid.
Right.
Go get paid. But I'm just saying, bro, I don't think you should be making all that and your production is dropping off. And then there's no injury. It's not injury related.
Cut him if he wants to. We'll see what happens with Jerry.
So,
but do I have any finals? What was your favorite game of the week? Give me favorite game of the week, and then give me y'all's hit the showers, and we'll wrap it up.
Favorite game of the week. Hey, you know what? We didn't mention them. We don't talk about them often, but I actually think that they're underrated. What was Callie saying? What was his term? No, the Washington football team. I think y'all think I think they're underrated. I think the Washington football team is underrated. I think that their QB is better than expected.
I gave them hit the showers last week.
You gave them hit the showers?
Last Saturday. Not really for their play, but because that pipe busted and sprayed shit on all they fans.
Oh.
I said that's what they get for building a stadium on an Indian burial ground, bitch ass niggas.
Do we know that is that a fact that they built it on?
No, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm sure where wasn't the Indian burial ground.
Okay. Well, listen, I just think that what's his name? Heineke. Little Hink. He impressed me as far as just I know one of the talks was that's one of the places that Cam Newton should go. And to be honest, after watching Lil Hink play, I'm like, I know why that they, besides other things, I know why they didn't push for Cam.
Right.
I mean, he's solid for real. He's solid. I didn't see any true flaws in his game. I'm sure he'll get exposed as the season goes on, but I really didn't see any true flaws in his game. It looked like he could do a little bit of everything.
Right.
And he made good decisions. And to me, he's solid, and he was under the radar. So I wouldn't be surprised if he if people were talking about him a lot more by the time the end of the season hits.
So we got a good Thanksgiving game, is what you saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. Washington ain't no slouches.
Okay.
They weren't last year. Didn't they make the playoffs? Weren't they a wild card?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they didn't get worse. They did not get worse.
You right. Who hitting the showers?
Damn, that's a hard one. Who is going to hit the showers? Let me think about this. Come back to me on hit the showers.
Okay. Favorite game I know what his favorite game was. Let me go first, because my favorite game is his favorite game. I did think that the Ravens-Kansas City game was probably my favorite game of the week. It was just a good fucking game, man. That's all I got. It was just a good fucking game. My hit the showers is going to have to go to. I don't want to pick on what's his name?
Who?
Slater's best friend, Zach Morris.
Zach
Morris.
Wilson.
I don't want to. I want to hate on Zach Morris.
You talking about what's the name that be on ETV?
Who's on ETV?
What? I'm sorry.
About, Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
That's his best friend. Zach
Morrison. Zach Morrison.
It was Morrison or Morris?
Yeah, it was Morrison. Yeah, Morrison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's Zach Wilson, and I don't want to have to give it to the Saved by the Bell cast, so I'm gonna give it to Jimmy G.
Why Jimmy G?
Even though they got the win, like Mark said, they got it over the Eagles. Jimmy G only threw for 189 yards, 1 touchdown. And I just feel like you were the vet out there. And you didn't show your veteran leadership.
George Kittle included.
Oh, I don't know what Kittle's on this season. It ain't Kittle like though. It ain't Kittle like.
I mean, he did a little something, but he ain't been putting up stats. But he did a little something. He's still the workhorse. Don't get it twisted.
I disagree. I think it's Deebo Samuels.
Deebo Samuels is definitely I think you could be correct. Correct. He goes to Kittles when he needs to, but I think you definitely could be correct. Deebo Samuels is the ones that's knocking off the chunks of yardage.
Yeah, he chunks of yardage. I don't know how many he had last game, but first game I think what he do, like 200 yards or something stupid.
I don't know.
He did something crazy week 1. So
Niners aren't my number one team to really look up, but I have been rewatching highlights and shit. Deebo Samuels has definitely been doing his thing, but I'm not gonna act like I haven't seen Kittle's definitely. He still looks like that's the guy that coach says to go to.
I don't know. I really don't know at this point. I think it might be Deebo.
I think Deebo just gets open.
He's not only is he getting open, he's getting yards after the catch. I mean, he's doing everything he's supposed to do. So, to me, in my opinion, if we're just basing off the 2 weeks, I'm giving it to Deebo as the workhorse.
I'm not mad at that. I don't think I could fight that at all.
But I was going to say, as far as my hit the showers, I have one, and I want to be very clear about what my hit the showers is not directed at a person. It's directed at situations. So one of the things that I recently saw on either Sports Center or ESPN, just following them on IG, was that
ESPN hit the showers.
J. Cole is working out with who is it? He's working out with some NBA team, like on their G League. And is it the Bucks?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever, whoever. My hit the showers is just this atmosphere that we have going on where, because you have a little bit of celebrity or whatever it may be, that you have that you basically almost get like a pass into things that you may not necessarily be qualified for. No offense to J. Cole, because I think he's a great artist, and I like him as a person from what I've seen.
Too, just not
but he's not a great athlete. Yeah, he's not there yet. I ain't gonna say he can't get there, but he's not there yet to where he should be.
He's old as shit.
He's only like 35, 34, 35.
Okay,
He's
that's
35.
old. That's old. You know,
I
think
mean,
I think he's trying to be on his Master P stuff, but I don't even think he's as good as Master P. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, okay, you're getting this opportunity to work out with the NBA team. You're a little older than most, so I believe. I'm not sure of his age, but I'm just basing off what you guys say. And to be honest with you, is this an opportunity that you should really have? Or is this an opportunity you have because you are a famous rapper?
I think he might be 36.
Let's just say, let's say he's upper 20s. That's still, that's still up there to
not be starting out playing at that.
To, you know what I'm saying? To be trying to, we seen Master P do it, and this is before social media, so everything he did was probably legit.
Well, he made the team too. I thought he just got cut.
Yeah, he made it for like a quick second.
Yeah, for like a 10-day.
Yeah, a quick second.
With Toronto.
But I don't even, like I said, I don't think that. I don't think J. Cole is at that level.
Removed himself.
Yeah, like he ended it.
I don't know, but I know he had a 10-day with Toronto. I don't know.
No, I don't think he ended it. I'm pretty sure he just didn't make the cut.
I thought y'all meant in Africa. I'm talking about Africa.
No, Master P
okay. You're talking about J. Cole.
I'm talking about J. Cole.
Even in Africa, though, he was not a star player. He was not a star player in Africa. So even if he ended himself because of the media attention and all the backlash that he was getting for being there, he was not a star player when he was playing. I don't even know. I think they said total he might have had like 5 points, which just furthers my point of like, are you, not saying are you supposed to be, but at this point in time, should you be able to practice in the facility of any NBA G League team?
Right.
Or is it just your status? Which, like I said, a lot of things nowadays is based off of status, which I think takes away from the rest of the people that are trying to get there.
Oh, Britt gave her hit the showers. I got my hit the showers too. And then Malcolm's on you, and we gonna wrap it up. My hit the showers goes to Lamar motherfucking Jackson for thinking he had a motherfucking chance against these Las Vegas motherfucking Raiders.
That should have been your hit the showers last week.
Well,
he done played another game since then. He done forgot about that.
Well, tell him, Ben, hit him with them and don't bring no women. Because we don't trust you anymore. All right, Mark, what you got?
I hit the shot. My game of the week was definitely the Ravens and the Chiefs game. Cliff, you always hating on Lamar Jackson, but you seen that little flip in the end zone he did. That was impressive too.
That was impressive.
That was impressive. He was like on one elbow.
With him.
But
you the girl they take it to the showers.
Hit the showers goes to Jameis Winston and the Saints for that major loss coming off that big win against the Packers.
Hey, you know what's so funny about Jameis Winston? I was gonna put it as my Facebook status because I was watching some interviews he had did before the second game, and I'm like, Jameis Winston is like, he trying so hard to just be proper and do right. I'm like, he about to bust, man. I don't know when or how, but he is gonna bust, and all those Jameis Winston isms is getting ready to seep right out of him. Like, you gotta go back and watch the interview. He's like, oh, yeah, I just remember what my trainer told me, and I got to be out here. And what did my trainer tell me? Well, whatever it was, I just know that we needed to get a win. And I'm just like, man, this is so not Jameis Winston, but it's like you can tell he's trying, but
something. Drew Brees as a young black man is big shoes to fill. And that's probably what he's feeling. As a young black man trying to fill those shoes.
I'm not even going to put it on race. I think this is about him trying to mature. Like, he's trying to show a more mature side. And of course, when you do that, you can't be in the interviews all goofy and fumbling, et cetera, et cetera. I think he was just trying to, how like you put on your professional voice if somebody call you, so to speak. I think that's what he was trying to do. But like I said, I just know we know him at some point. he's going to throw an interception or two, and it's going to be at the wrong point. I just feel like he was bubbling over. Like I could see him just bubbling, like he's holding in his true self so much. Like I'm like, he going to do something crazy. So maybe it was all those interceptions he had or that bad game. I ain't going to say he had a bunch of interceptions because I don't think he had that many, but maybe it was just that bad game that he had. But I was like, I could tell he was bubbling. The true him needed to come out.
Well, he better fucking bubble up some victories after that performance.
He gonna get some victories. Like that's the thing with him. Like you just don't know who you're gonna get.
It's easy for motherfuckers to turn it against you, right? They had Drew Brees for how many years? I can see a New Orleans crowd turning against the Jameis Winston real quick if he doesn't perform.
For sure, I can definitely see that. And like I said, the problem with Jameis Winston is he'll have a game like he had against the Panthers, and then he'll have a game like he had against who did they play week one? Was it Tampa Bay? Who did they play week one? No, they won week one, so that wasn't Tampa Bay. They came out. They played the 49ers. I'm sorry, they played the Packers, right?
Was it the Packers?
Yeah, it was.
They played the Packers.
That's Aaron Rodgers lost.
And they tore him up. So my thing is just like you just don't know what you're gonna get out of him. You really don't. You can get something greater. You can get something mediocre or a little bit below mediocre.
We'll see. Fucking Aaron. Jameis. Mark, you gave it. Was that you hit the showers, Jameis?
Yeah, and I said my game of the week was the Chiefs and Ravens as well.
All right. Well, we'll be back on
Saturday.
I know what day it is, motherfucker. We'll be back on that day.
Yeah, that day, that way.
To all my shower heads, please like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And be good or be good at it. We'll catch y'all next time.
Raiders is false advertisement. Don't believe the hype.
Man.
I believe the hype.
Hey, watch those Saints.
Listen, the Eagles fly north for the winter.
Hey, we always fly to a ring.
When? Y'all flew to a ring one time on accident.
Like, one time is all it takes sometimes. You know how that goes.
Mm-hmm. Hell to the no, y'all ain't flying to no ring.
Man, fuck the flamingos. We out here.